Hi, Sagittarius. It's Power and Light Tarot coming at you with the reading. Let's see what we got for you guys. We got a tarot reading today. We do. We have the Ace of Coins. It's the same thing as the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, we see this pentacle with a heart and wings and a crown. And we have the Two of Cups reversed. Wow. And we have the Eight of Staves. So there's change and growth going on here. That's what eights are about. Yeah, and we see the doves, and the doves remind us of hope. So, you know, with the Two of Cups reversed, Sagittarius, with this change, there could be a breakup. Maybe you went through a breakup. Now you're going to have a new beginning with somebody. Could definitely be, right? And that will create the change, and that's good. We have the Vanishing Mirror. Yeah, Miro. That's what I used to say when I was a kid, Miro. Yeah, this is ego sublimation. This is somebody's ego that is shattered. In other words, you didn't hurt their feelings, really. They kind of did the shadow work, and they understand that they were coming from a place of ego and kind of self-protection and you know, just kind of not understanding themselves. Ego, maybe arrogance, even, but we're not sure how extreme, kind of. But you know, a vanishing mirror, and the ego. It just talks about understanding it, like, I don't have to be so egotistical, and I don't like have to operate this way, right? Because it's not helping. We have the deep quiet meditation and stillness, you see? Somebody kind of figures it out here, and they do it probably with quietude, contemplation. And then we have the Watchers, transpersonal. Yeah, this is about a big change here, and kind of, it can talk about ancestry as well. Kind of, our ancestors are basically helping us. Yeah, it is about change, though, transpersonal. See, this is about personal change, for sure it is. So let's see what else we have in this particular reading. Yeah, let's see what we got. And let's get one of these cards here for Sagittarius. And we have a karmic relationship, fleeting triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons, letting go and loving you. Okay, so, you know, letting go and loving you is probably what's going on in this reading. Yeah, maybe there's all this other involved as well. I mean, there can be turmoil when somebody has a big ego. Definitely could be, because you always either have to stroke it, or you have to kind of, you have to do something to kind of deal with it. We have the Mask, not showing true feelings, hiding, personifying, pretending, deluding, and gaslighting. All right, so maybe somebody did this. I feel like somebody probably did this to you, and they look like they've grown like 1,000%. Yeah, and they want change with you, and they want this brand new beginning, the Ace of Coins. That's what they want. So let's see what we have for you guys, Sagittarius. If you want to get a psychic reading, I'm always checking for accuracies. If you want to understand somebody, where they're coming from, can definitely help you do that. You don't know them, you just met them, or you're just kind of, you know, confused by their behavior, or even your own situation, for sure. We do usually do them on a video call. They're lots of fun. If you just want the video itself, where I'm doing it all by myself, I can do that as well. Same thing with the cards. Definitely, but it's lots of fun to get them live. I feel like it is, but hey, that's totally up to you. Mystic Sense has a free 5-minute psychic reading, and you can get a past life reading with me. They're super powerful. Yeah, they really help you release past karma. And, you know, when you're carrying around karma, it can hurt your life, where you're not really operating at your true potential. Yeah, that's how that works. Yeah. And the bottom of the deck is the Page of Swords. There's a curiosity here. There definitely is. Let's see what else we have. Four of Cups. Page of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. This is giving up, most likely something, could be giving up a marriage or relationship. She's usually the single lady. She's usually the very self-sufficient. She doesn't necessarily have to be single, but it's interesting with the nines. In every 9 in the deck, the 4 nines, we always see the person alone. Yeah, we do. And so this talks about completing a cycle. A cycle ends here, and somebody's bored with something, or they reject something in their life. They give it up. It's disappointing. It's not satisfying. The 4 of Cups. And then the crossing energy is the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is about a new start. It can be about how to speak to you. It could, because it can. He's a messenger, right? Um, Definitely. But let's see what else we have. We have the star. This is hope, much like the Eight of Staves that has these doves, right? For sure, these pretty doves. They're so sweet, right? They are. And Ace of Swords in the reading. So we already start with two aces in this reading, and we have plenty of reasons to see that there has been a major completion or an ending here, because the Five of Cups is an ending, the nines are completions, and we have two tens down here. So, and there's something in this, there's movement in this. In other words, if you've been like, I don't know, dealing with a stagnant relationship, or maybe you haven't heard from somebody in a long time, Page of Pentacles, possibly, somebody with ego. And somebody who was hiding their feelings for you, or they're doing that now, maybe. They could be maybe afraid to talk to you with the page in the challenge. That can be, I'm afraid to go talk to Sagittarius, right? The pentacles are also connected to values, right? We have these two pentacles cards, kind of below and the side, adjunct, adjacent, not adjunct. But when we have that here, this can be about values, and whether or not this could be sitting here in the challenge where they might feel like you won't value them, or maybe you thinking to yourself, I don't want to deal with your big fat ego, maybe, right? Because they usually are fat egos, right? They don't come in, egos are not toned with muscles. No, they're big fat egos, right? That's terrible, but they are. It's a stretched. It can be, a very imagined kind of self-awareness where you think you're maybe much better than you are, or better than somebody else, or something like that, right? The ego can do a lot of things to harm you or harm a relationship. The person it harms most is the person with the ego, of course, because they're definitely not operating at true potential. Now, maybe it was somebody who was getting easily triggered, and that was kind of like an ego thing, because we have that card, triggers, right? Karmic relationship, fleeting, triggers, turmoil. Maybe this person even resented you, Sagittarius. We have that card. But we have lessons on the same card. So they've learned letting go and loving you. Yeah, they could have been holding on to a grudge, possibly. And, their ego hit the dirt, or, what do they call it? Hit the dust, or like that. All right. Or bit the dust, right? Page of Pentacles, we'll get a card on it because it's an important card. We have the Knight of Swords with it. This can talk about really aggressive energy. It can talk about they were aggressive with you, or because maybe that's why the page is sitting in the challenge, and they're maybe afraid to speak with you. They could. And they maybe broke up with you or treated you, Two of Cups reversed. It's not a good, it's usually not really, it's really not good usually, right? Not in the reverse. It can be a delay. Maybe they're afraid, right? Definitely they could be afraid here with these cards in the challenge. And the Five of Cups sitting here, and this is sitting external to you. So this person could have experienced an ending, and they made a choice from the ending, right? Endings bring choices, right? Of course. Or a choice creates an ending. But, or they go hand in hand, really, right? Whenever we make a choice in life, we choose a new lifeline. We choose a different lifeline. So that's why our choices are so important, right? And yeah, they are. All right. So this person may have regret, Five of Cups, and how they're seeing themselves is the Chariot showing up with the High Priestess reversed. And the High Priestess reversed could be a secret is revealed. It can also be, you might have been a secret, possibly. And there could be a Piscean here, or a Scorpio, there could, in the reading, who is not, kind of not dealing well. Because it does look like there's an ending in this reading. It really does. So, and this could be how somebody is seeing themselves. The Chariot is the card, really. So this is seeing themselves as overcoming obstacles. The Chariot's about triumph. It's about moving forward. It's about leaving behind stagnation, if there was. Usually there was with the Chariot, because it's kind of a fast moving energy, right? And so Yeah, it could be a lot going on here. It could be a Cancer here, right? It could with the Chariot. And the Star card is showing, it is showing up in the past. We'll get a card on it, and we have the Hermit with it, maybe a Virgo, because we have the King of Pentacles here. So there could be a Virgo right now. And so this star, in the past, it talks about, having hope, but only through insight, through like intuitive insight. Like there's a reason to have hope here. Like I'm trusting my intuition, right? And so, yeah, it's like that. So 10 of Pentacles in the concern with the Queen of Pentacles. This can be money, it can be a family, it can even be a reputation. Yeah, the 10 of Pentacles can be like your legacy or kind of what you leave behind. You don't have to die, no, like your reputation instead of your legacy. It is based on the 10th house of legacy and of Capricorn. It's about your career sometimes. Can be about, father figure, higher ups, bosses. Yeah, and so maybe somebody's a family man. They could. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. There's a family on both cards. But here is the concern. Sometimes the 10 of Pentacles means I want a family with somebody. Yeah, definitely. In the concern with the Death card. Yeah, so something ends or something, making the way for a transformation. I feel like there's a real ending in this reading, and, which is always a real transformation, but I feel like you guys know what I mean. 10 of Cups in the environment. Yeah, next to this 10 of Pentacles and underneath this 9 of Pentacles, somebody is, it looks like they left a relationship, or it could be a family problem too, where, hey, I'm seeing that I had a big ego, and maybe I learned that, or maybe even my family, kind of maybe toxicity, possibly, or some type of conditioning. Yeah, growing up where somebody has a big ego, right? And then they grow up one day. It definitely could be going on. The 10 is related to maturity. It is. All the 10s. There's completion, but the same thing. The 10th house is about maturity. Yeah, it's Saturn, ruled by Saturn. That's why when they say you have your Saturn return, it can be really tough if you have not been mature. It can mature you. It can, yeah, the hard way. Yeah, it can. And let's get a card on that 10 of Cups in the environment with the 2 of Swords. This could be like, well, I already have a family, but I really want to be with Sagittarius. It could be, or I just really want a family with Sagittarius, and I don't really have a choice. The 2 of Swords could be like you don't know what to decide because you feel like it's like you don't have a choice. So you just choose the one that is really that you need to in order to move forward in your life, that makes you feel good, right? Like this is what I need. Like kind of really trusting your intuition, basically. King of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, showing up in what this person has learned. I feel like Sagittarius, this person has learned that you are fate and destiny to them. Yeah, I'm pretty sure about that. And we have the Hierophant with it. Yeah, they have a lot of faith. Faith in you. This can be about they want to marry you. I've learned that I really want to marry Sagittarius. I mean, that's a big thing to learn, to who you really belong with. Yeah. Ace of Swords showing up in the potential outcome, and it shows up with the 9 of Wands, and this 9 of Wands is wounded. But he says, hey, everybody goes through stuff. I can make it. I'm going to be resilient and, kind of man up here, right? And, it doesn't have to be a man, you guys, that. But, I'm going to have courage and be resilient. Yeah. And that's what the 10th house is about, too, right? We have these 2 10s. Can be about resilience because of the maturity. And so is this 9 because it's about a completion, right? And remember I said all the 9s are always alone. So it's about their own journey and kind of what they've learned, sort of. Yeah. Right? The 9 of Pentacles, I need to be super sufficient, self-sufficient. The 9 of Wands is, yeah, I learned that life's not easy, but, I'm mature and I can be resilient. The 9 of Cups, I know what my real wish is. Like I know what my divine partner is, basically. And then we have the 9 of Swords, and he's worried all by himself, so with anxiety. So it's basically about like yourself and your own journey and really what you've learned kind of and what you're going through in order to really get to the 10, to really fully complete the cycle. But that person's doing that here. They are being resilient, trying to make it to the 10, because the 10 really means a new beginning. Yes, it means a completion, but every completion is a brand new beginning. So this Ace of Swords with it is like, well, I want this. I want this new beginning. And in this reading, it's about love, right? We have the Lovers, we have the Two of Cups, although reversed, that's okay. Because, here's the Ten of Cups, the happy couple and the family. This is about love. It definitely is. And this person is, they're holding out. And I don't mean holding out like, stalling like that. I mean holding out for a good outcome. Yeah, and that's what they're holding on. Yeah, they want this to manifest. They definitely do. So we're going to end this reading, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for joining me. If you guys want to have a reading, they're lots of fun. Check out the description box below. Please like, share, and subscribe, and hit the little bell in order to receive all my notifications. And we have the Taurus new moon, and so that Taurus new moon is about it's about values. It could be about changing values. What's really important to me? Because in every person's life, in every chart, there comes a time where we will change our values, and that is about maturity. Yeah, it is. We're not going to want the same thing our whole life. That'd be like, well, 5th grade, I'm going to read the Archie comics, or not the 5th, maybe, I don't know, 3rd or whatever it is. I'm going to read the comics, and, and you get older, you start reading law books or whatever it is that you want to read, right? Yeah. You guys know all that. Thanks so much, you guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hit the little bell so I can keep these videos coming. It really helps support the channel so I can continue to do that. Thank you so much, you guys.